What's up, YouTube? Do you guys have dogs at home? Cool. Do you guys do things like this with your dog? Kimbo, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Hey. Down. Down. Good boy. Hey, speak. Louder. Speak. Louder. Speak. Speak. Good boy. I know we all like to teach our dog new tricks and stuff. But what about this? Do you ever interact with your dog like this? Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Mwah. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet, boy. Oh, that's my baby boy. Who's my baby? Oh,
Dragon
I
breath.
love you so much. Oh, Kimbo. Mwah. I love you.
Ugh. How about this? Maybe you interact with your dog like this. Hey boy, come here. Come here.
Give daddy kisses.
You gonna kiss me? You give me a kiss? Come here. Come here. See, he won't do it. He's been trained well. He won't do it. See, he won't do it. He just won't do it. Welcome back to episode 2 of Cultural Differences. Man, that last episode, it was pretty spicy, if I might say.
It's ridiculous.
Get it? Spicy?
Yeah, nobody wants it.
No?
No.
Okay.
And okay, whatever. Just let it go. Okay, so we had a lot of fun with last week's episode, but this week we're gonna change it up a little bit and talk about another cultural difference that we have faced in our house and relationship. And it's so crazy. We were shooting it today, which we're just shooting it on Monday so we can get it out to you guys on Wednesday. And we're getting ready to shoot, and Brian's like, do you know what today is? It's National Puppy Day.
Oh yeah.
No. So we are going to talk about the differences of how maybe black people and white people deal with dogs.
Yeah. The one big one that I always notice is kissing dogs in the mouth. And that one, I don't get that one. That's not a thing I would ever do.
But when you
or
say
anybody
like
I know.
kiss them in the mouth, you make it sound like there's like spit exchanged. Like the dog, the way they kiss, they can't pucker. They don't have the same muscles or whatever. So they lick, and that's how they tell you they love you.
Yeah, they also lick their butt. And you kiss them, and you let them lick your face. It's weird.
I do. I let Kimbo, our dog, lick my face, and I've always let my dogs lick my face. In fact, I thought it was so weird that when Kimbo moved in with me, Brian had him before we were together, and when he moved into our house, he didn't know how to lick someone on the face.
Yes, we don't play that. So
don't worry, guys. I taught him how. I was like, just give me some love. But it's weird because he'll only lick me in the face. So it's like he knows better. He's really smart.
He's a smart dog.
So the whole dog thing, I guess I didn't really know that it was so different within the cultures between the cultures, because I've always had dogs. Dogs have always been a big part of my life, my family's life. Like my mom has like 4 dogs, right?
Like 100 dogs.
She just has 4 of them. I think that's like the city limits. That's all we're gonna claim. But I've always grown up with a lot of dogs. And when Brian and I met, I had 2 small dogs who, they were like my kids. It was before I had a child. So they slept in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Very true.
Very true. And I remember when he started living with me, and my dogs were there, he's like, wait, they're not gonna like sleep in the bed.
Who does that?
I do that. So that was a big thing. And then I just remember that I thought maybe it was just him, but it definitely wasn't, because when my sister-in-law was gonna get married, her and her now husband have 2 dogs, and I remember they talked about them being in the wedding, and Brian's granny was like, wait, what? Who has dogs in their wedding? And like, I was just in there thinking like, who doesn't? So that was like, I just think that relationship is very different.
Yeah.
I think something that you pointed out to me was maybe the difference of how people approach dogs.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could be walking with Kimbo, and you know, if I see like some white people walking towards me, they'll come up and they'll just, oh, your dog is so gorgeous and he's so cute, and let them lick him in their face. I'm like, you don't even know where he's been. Why would you let him lick you in the face? But they let him lick him, and they so nice to him and gentle and kind with him, and they just love him. Now, if I'm walking down the street and black people see him, it is a totally different story. They like, man, dang, that's a big old dog, man, dang, and they move away from me. Growing up, you know, with us and our dogs, I mean, I love my dog, and I love dogs, and I'm starting to love dogs a lot more now that I've had, you know, dogs. But growing up, my grandfather, that's all I knew, was the dogs were always in the back, chained up. The dogs never came in the house. We've never had dogs in our house growing up. That was like a whole different deal to even have a dog in the house. So that was different for me growing up, you know?
That makes me so sad. Kimbo has a bed next to our bed because he is part of our family. I can't imagine him being outside. He'd be so mad.
He definitely probably wins the snoring contest of who snores the most, because he can really snore a lot.
That's close. Brian snores a lot too. But yeah, funny that he should tell the story of the difference of how black and white people approach dogs, because we had been dating a while. I don't know, it was like a little bit before we got married, and he decided to take me on a hike, which was huge because Brian is not one to hike. That might be a different cultural episode. But I love it. It's one of my favorite things, is to be outside and to be in the woods. So he took me on a hike, and we were having lunch, and all of a sudden we see this couple, and they walk by with like a pit mix, and I realized that maybe Brian had just been hanging out with me too much, because all of a sudden he's like, wow, that's a beautiful dog, and like hopped up and like pet the dog and got in its face. And I was just like, wow, this man has changed.
Oh yeah, I know that it's an etiquette to touching someone's dog. I mean, you have to ask, hey, is it a nice dog? Is it a good dog before you touch it? You don't just come up and just touch people's dog without asking them.
I do.
You get your hand bitten off.
Well, I try to respect the dog's space, and I let it like smell my hand. But I mean, I'll say like, is your dog friendly? And if they are friendly, that dog is gonna get a whole lot of lovin'. A whole lot of lovin'.
True.
We love our dog. We do take care of our dog. I don't want you guys to think that we like chain him up in the backyard, because Kimbo is very spoiled. He has his own like area, his own room. He's definitely part of our family. But it is interesting to see how Selah is towards dogs, and whether or not she lets them kiss her on the mouth, and also how she feels about them sleeping in her bed.
The point of this episode was to talk about how culturally some white people will let dogs kiss them on the face, and most black people won't let dogs kiss them on the face. At the end of this episode, we'll have Selah and Kimbo interact and see if she lets Kimbo lick her on the face, or if she's not a fan of Kimbo licking her on the face.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you think she is more like her mom or more like her dad? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Follow us on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook and Twitter.
What you guys think? Is this a cultural difference that you see? If you follow us, let us know. Comment below. Let us know if you would let a dog lick you on the face. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see
who would let a dog lick them on the face, and who wouldn't.
If it really is a cultural thing or not. In our experience, it's been a cultural thing.
Oh yeah.
Because
no, nobody in my family is about that life.
And everyone in my family is about that life. So let us know what you guys think. Thanks for following along on this journey, and we love you guys. See you soon.
God bless.
Cultural differences. Ooh, yeah. Cultural